Patti, how do you explain or how do you overcome the objection of like they don't know what they don't know? And sometimes people don't go to a life coach or financial advisor because they think it's just going to cost them too much when actually it could be costing them a lot more by not going.
Absolutely. It's like anything in life, whether you're talking about a doctor or a lawyer or
Yeah,
a realtor,
yeah,
financial advisor, financial coach. Of course, there's costs associated with that.
right,
There's also costs associated if you don't get that expert help.
right.
It could be a combination of liability, like in your case, if a
Uh-huh,
client wants to do it for sale by owner, there's all kinds of possibilities that can unravel and be a
uh-huh.
big mess, right?
Things that you don't know or you don't disclose.
That's, I
We're in
mean,
the area of over disclose
yeah, let's, it's
as your
just
protection.
protect everything.
Right.
Absolutely. Protection is huge. So it's, the same thing as a financial advisor. Typically, an advisor will charge a client based on how much assets that they manage.
Uh-huh.
There are the fiduciary type fee-based firms that will charge a percent of what they call AUM, which
Uh-huh.
is assets under management.
Right.
And it's a sliding scale typically, so I won't necessarily quote rates,
Right.
but it's a percentage of their what they're
Yeah.
managing. So
And realtors, it's a percentage too. It's negotiable. It's always been negotiable, and it's still negotiable.
yeah,
Just want to clarify that.
get that,
Uh-huh.
yeah, known. But yeah, there's definitely costs associated because you're paying for that value, you're
Uh-huh.
paying for that knowledge
And expertise.
and expertise, and you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And I think the biggest piece of it is that it will cost you potentially more by not getting the help.
Well,
If
you're
you
increasing your wealth really by having an expert grow it safer, maybe,
as a
right?
financial
And weighing
advisor,
weighing the
yeah,
risk.
as a
Yeah.
financial advisor, they're doing proactive tax strategies. They're investing and managing. They're rebalancing. They're doing all these things to your
Right.
portfolio.
Right.
As a financial coach, I don't manage the money,
Right.
but I will educate them and show them things to watch out for and be mindful of. That
Loopholes. You could see holes in
loopholes,
their
yeah,
system or in their
yeah,
programs. Like you're missing this really important piece. Like let's say life insurance or
right,
something like that.
right.
Yeah.
When I do one-on-one coaching, we get down into the nitty-gritty
Uh-huh.
of their particular situation. If there's credit issues, I will help them rebuild their credit. I will help them, get that score back up. And with a
Right.
higher credit score, I mean, this is like something tangible that we can actually calculate. If I can bring them
Right.
from a 670 to a 720, and I'm not saying those, I'm just using random numbers,
Right.
but if I can help them get a better score,
Oh yeah.
the interest rate on their mortgage, their car payment, their credit cards,
Thousands of
everything,
dollars.
thousands of dollars over
Yes.
time, tens of thousands on a mortgage. So that credit score improvement in itself is like a no-brainer. It's
Right.
like, okay,
And because Patti used to be in lending, she knows how to do that.
yeah.
And you can. That's why you're just so well rounded, and you're just like a wealth of information. So
Oh,
I
thanks.
just.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's yeah, I do love to teach and help clients understand those nuances, but again, it's about really understanding um, the cost of not getting help.
Right.
And think about going to
Right.
a doctor. It's like if you don't feel well, something's wrong, something is
Uh-huh.
wrong, and you don't go to a doctor, the cost of it potentially turning into something worse by not getting that help,
Right.
you can't put a price tag on that,
Right.
right?
Right.
And they say health and wealth. Those are the two topics that if you don't have, it's all you think about.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It plants some seeds in me about just I've got some family members running through my mind that didn't want to go to the doctor and they could have caught it early and they didn't, and a couple of them have passed because it was too far gone. But that's health. But on the wealth side too, like if you just stick things in a CD and just or a savings account, you're really losing out on a lot of what could be, and that's what could be is hard to measure. But
yeah,
if you get someone like Patti who can look at the whole picture and then refer you out, you need a little tweaking here and a little tweaking there. I refer you to here and I'll refer you to there, and then come back and see me and let's relook at it and see what progress you've made. And I think your one-on-one coaching is probably not just a one-time visit; it's more a progression, right?
Right. We meet for 6 months, every other week for 6 months, because it's not a one-time situation.
Right.
It is a It is an involvement because as we get into things, we unpack other things,
Right.
and then it just opens up other doors.
Uh-huh.
And so we address a lot of things. I had a client once, quite a while ago, who had a very substantial amount of money in a checking account because she was just so afraid of doing anything with it.
Right.
And it was like, I don't want to put it in the market. I don't want to do anything with it. And there's that fear, and I get that.
Yeah, I've been there.
After some questions, realizing that she had no intention of using it anytime soon, because if she was going to use it for a down payment on a home or something big,
Right.
it should be sitting in a liquid account.
Well, that's what I was thinking
checking,
too.
though.
I know, not checking, but it's like,
account.
do you want to tie it up in a 1-year CD, a 2-year CD?
No.
How soon am I?
No,
Is
you
it a 5-year
don't.
CD? No, you don't.
You don't.
So
you can put it into a high yield savings account. You can put it into a money market account, and earn substantially more than a regular savings account or a regular checking account.
Oh yeah. Now I know.
Live and learn. But the reality is, if you do things like that, you're actually losing to inflation.
Right.
If inflation is 4 or 5% and you're earning 1 or 2,
you're losing.
You're losing. So
you're losing by not acting.
Right.
It's the same thing as like no decision is a decision.
Right.
And if you delay a decision, sometimes that's also a loss.
Yeah. That's why the opportunity cost, understanding, working with that's the value that experts bring.
Right.
It's those types of things that help you navigate those things in life.
Right.
That will return their expense to you tenfold.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. All right. I can't say it any better because that was like on it. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Lynn.